If you're running an e-com brand and you're still working your 9 to 5 and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to make sure that I can release content, but how do I do it in such an organized fashion? Here's how you can pump out 100 pieces of content in only 4 hours. So the first thing is that you need to plan 30 days in advance. Every time you're like walking around, brushing your teeth, you think of an idea, put it down, note it down somewhere organized, somewhere in Notion, right? You know, about 30 days in advance, have the 100 ideas already set. Then you wanna split those 100 ideas by 5 scenes, okay? So those 5 scenes are gonna be 5 different places in the house or 5 different people or whatever it be, split it out into 5 different sections. Then you want to take 10 changes of clothing, okay? So that sounds crazy, but you're going to be planning out 100 pieces of content. Every 10 pieces of content needs to have different clothing, different scenery, okay? So that's why you have different scenes, different clothing. Then you want to book in videographers to come because you don't want to be stuffing around with, oh, what do I, do I angle it here? Do I angle it there? You don't want to be stuffing around with the video stuff. That's a completely different skill set. You want to be focusing on building businesses. So once you've booked in your videographers, you want to organize it by scene. So you want to have all of those 100 pieces of content split up by scene. Tell the videographer, hey, let's go to the kitchen. We're going to be recording, 25 pieces of content. Then we're going to go downstairs. We're going to record 25 pieces of content. Then we're going to go here. And then by the end of it, 4 hours, you would have pumped out 100 little pieces of content. And there your e-commerce brand is humming along nicely with only 4 hours of time committed.